Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We are back. I know last week was a bit of a disaster, but there was nothing we could do about that, man. There's only so many of us. We got like Purdue, Michigan trip, Art on vacation. We had so many moving parts, man. Had to make sure the channel was staying alive, but we are back. Normal week, ready to get after it. Dion is a little under the weather. But other than that, did you at least have a good weekend chilling, watching hoops?
Honestly, I worked. What up, Tominator? What up, Boiler? What up, Ulamog? I worked like 12 hours Saturday and just slept yesterday, if I'm being completely honest.
See, I bet the 12 hours of rest was peak though. Or not 12 hours of rest. The rest day was peak.
It was nice. I'm not gonna lie, I woke up to booty sniffers. What the hell? I woke up today and was like not ready for this though. I won't lie. Like no part of me was like awake 20 minutes ago. We had to rally pretty hard.
Yeah, I saw the tweet. I saw the tweets yesterday, I believe. And I immediately was thinking to myself, he's going to be so down bad tomorrow. There's no way he's going to wake up and be like ecstatic to be up at 7 a.m. his time on a Monday morning when he's sick. What do you think it is? You think this is a little flu game? You think it's like...
No, I definitely have the flu. Riley was letting me know that there's multiple versions of the flu.
This is
I didn't know that. He says B's worse than A. I think I'm a B guy. I think I have B, but I think I make it look like A. But definitely have the flu, 100%. My fever went down though. That's why I was able to be here. Yesterday was rough because of the fever.
Yeah. When you've got the body chills and you're aching because you're running a fever, that's when it gets hard to get out of bed and be like, dude, I can't. Like, also, just to make sure I'm correct about this, does he prefer Ulamog or Ulamog?
I have no idea.
Either one. The MSU recap literally just got posted, by the way. I've got like a random batch of recaps that I'm going to be posting during this. Haven't gotten Illinois yet. Don't worry. Once I do, I'm sure we'll play our guessing game.
Honestly, they probably recorded. Did they not record MSU recap first?
No, so it's actually Cart and J Hart because Greg is still not on MSU recaps.
No, I know, but didn't they record the Cart in J Hart video first today, the way Cart and I do?
Yeah, but I think I got it probably. Let's see what time it hit my inbox. Yeah, he emailed it to me at 9:40, so I would imagine that probably means they finished it around 9:30. So they're probably halfway through Illinois right now. Would be my guess. Maybe that's going to be an hour-long recap for sure.
For sure,
no doubt.
That's going to be happening a lot. I'm not canceling my Illinois trip. Tominator, she probably would have understood. Can we talk about the formula to beat Michigan is to go right at their big? Seems like they couldn't defend the rim against Duke well. It is, but who has the bigs to do that?
Yeah, see that. All right, so that's a perfect place to start. That was my main takeaway from that game is there is a formula to beat Michigan, but there's only 2 or 3 teams that have the personnel to complete said formula.
Yeah, Duke and Arizona.
Yeah, and on a good day, on a really, really good day, I feel like maybe Houston, but it would take their guards being spectacular on offense. I do think they have the physicality at the big spots to compete, but offensively is where they would struggle. But like, I mean, it's one of those things where like, yeah, I mean, obviously that's what makes it so hard to bet against Michigan though, because like in March, it's going to take a very unique, like specific path for them to not win.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Also, like, look, man, speaking as someone with experience in this department, Elliot Cadeau is never going to play good against Duke. That's just a fact.
Yeah. I mean, Duke has some crazy like guard defense too.
Sarr is insane. I can't lie. But I don't know, man. That was just Boozer was just really special in this game in so many ways.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he always does this. He always does the thing. There's at least a 4-minute stretch in every game. And Tominator, to be fair, I do agree with you. They did let him foul Merez his 5th time with like 3:20 left. But like respectfully, that's just they never want to foul superstars out, man. So like when you got 4, it's the Draymond Green method, man. You get your fouls early, and then you can get away with stuff in the 4th quarter. He just has these spurts for 4 to 5 minutes at least once a game where he just takes over and refuses to lose. He had like 3 offensive rebounds in that game where he grabbed them over Mara, Yaxel, and Merez. Like it was just sheer willpower. It was just nuts. I don't know. I think that was just an elite non-conference matchup that could very well be a preview of a Final Four or national championship game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll probably be a preview of the Final Four. Ulamog said we need more West Lafayette stories. I don't know what we told you versus haven't told you guys yet, to be honest with you. But shout out the guy that held the exit bathroom door open for me and let me in anytime I needed it. Because there was just lines. Like Mackie just has lines for every bathroom. And
That's
G and I
cool.
would go, instead of going like the media route, we would go use the bathroom and then get a seltzer, of course, because it was me and G. And then we would drink the seltzer before we started roaming around the arena again. Yeah, shout out to that dude that just consistently held the bathroom door open. That was sick. Met Merez's pops after the game. Cool dude. Tried to introduce myself. He just goes, I watched the channel, bro. That was pretty sick. Harry's, I think, might be whack. I don't know, like what y'all got going on with that. Big fan of Brothers, though. Massive Brothers guy. Triple X looks weird too, by the way. I don't know. Like, we didn't do anything at Triple X, so I can't like fully comment. But I think I'm out on Triple X also. Shout out Fiji, the frat that like that drove us in like a windowless van. That was sick. But also shout out to them. Gave them my number, said, yo, hit me for the hoop runs in the morning. Never did. Never hit me for the hoop runs.
Keeping you on your toes.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about that. I think his name's Walker in the Discord. Shout out to him. He was cool. Him and his friend kicked it with us like that night. They were cool as fuck. Yeah. I don't know what else. Like, I don't know what other stories we got. I mean, we met TKR leaving the arena. And he was like, basically just like, yo, Michigan shoot 53% from 3. It's going to be a tough night for the Boilermakers. We didn't get to meet Omer, but we sat next to like Omer talking to his family. I didn't realize his family was in town for that game. So that like it was clearly like a really, really big game. Saw my dog Evan Miyakawa. That's my guy.
That's the man right there.
That's the guy, man. He shot me a text like,
He's special.
he shot me like a text the night before, like, yo, gonna be in town. I'll see you at the game tomorrow night. He's gonna be at the Illinois game too. That's my dog. Did you get to meet Braden? We didn't get to meet Braden. No. You see your boy Omer versus Indiana? Of course, I saw my boy Omer versus Indiana.
You said you didn't get to?
No, we didn't get to meet Braden.
So this is what leads me. This trip was big for me because
why big for you?
This was big for me because it's always been a bit about how we didn't record at the Final Four, but now I have a bit to go back that you and G went on a trip specifically for Braden to hang out with and meet Braden and record with Braden and did nothing with Braden. Special story for me.
Not due to lack of effort, for what it's worth. Like,
I know, it's just hilarious. That's how it worked out. Which,
yeah, not due to lack of effort. I mean, I don't know if G's explained to you like why we didn't do anything with
oh, yeah, I know. It's just a hilarious bit that I can use as a bit.
I mean, we had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great time. We met a lot of people. That was like weird. I kept like, I will say this, that this is very me. Everybody kept asking for pictures. I thought they just wanted a picture with G for like the first 2 hours. And then by hour 3, I realized, they want a picture with everybody. But
I mean, you got to think like you've been on so many videos with G in the last, year? Like, year and a half now almost. Like, anyone who knows G or rocks with G, most likely, like, there's a 98% chance they know and rock with you too.
There was a guy, the 2 funniest stories about meeting somebody I got, there was one guy who like sought me out in the bathroom.
Oh, that's crazy. Just like taking a piss, looking at each other. I was
taking a piss, washed my hands, and he was waiting at the door. And then was like, yo, I love the shop. Like, oh, G's right outside if you want to meet him too. G was grabbing a seltzer, so I was using the bathroom. And then the second one, we went back. I want to say it was like halftime, but I honestly I couldn't tell you. And then a member of the band came to found me and G, which was pretty cool too.
I think the funniest part about all of it, and then we should probably start recapping games, I suppose. But the funniest part about all of it is that like you really just never know who is in the Discord. Like there are so many different characters that are in the Discord.
We did meet Melba. We got to meet Melba.
See, all right, like first off, did Rick ever pop out? Because if he didn't, that's crazy.
I don't. If he did, he didn't introduce himself as Rick. No. Melba. Meeting Melba was the dopest shit. Not gonna
lie. Dang, Rick, crazy Rick.
We got to meet Melba. There was one guy that looked me dead in the face and said, "I wish Cart was here." That was so funny.
That's special.
And then there was a second guy when we were leaving Harry's that like looked at me and G and goes, I disagree with a lot you guys say that looked me dead in the face. Mostly you. We stayed at Harry's maybe 45 seconds. Rick. We did not want to be there.
So I suppose like we can just start with Purdue, Indiana, since it was the first game of the weekend anyways. And plus I know the Purdue chat is gonna definitely want to discuss. Also, I noticed Principia is not in here. He's an Indiana fan, usually trolling the Purdue fans. He's not here. Tough look for him. Yeah, they absolutely smoked Indiana, which is very. I think that's probably what should have happened. I understand they lost to Michigan, and everyone, it's hard to bounce back mentally. Tough game, whatever. But like, dude, they already lost to Indiana earlier in the year. It was at Mackey. They were always going to blow that team out. What do you think that like they've Do you think that this is perhaps going to lead to the unlocking of Omer at the right time, going down the stretch of the season? Because Omer was fantastic in this game.
Don't blame Rick. Greg is worse. Oh, no. Brothers ain't great either. Yeah, but they had $3 doubles. And my guy Augie bought us like $7 AMS, which I probably didn't need if I'm being honest with you. I'm legit impressed there wasn't a guy who looked you in the face and said, "Glad you're here, Cart." I'm a foot shorter than Cart. We are not shocked with that. Wait, what are we not shocked with? Dion's prediction in the preview is spot on. Prediction in what, the Indiana preview?
See, Dion would be responding to me, but he never listens to me when I speak, so he's just rambling.
No, I was listening to what you said, but listen, we're here for the chat. That's why we're here for the chat.
Like, see, I'm not hearing that because when you on this thing with Greg or Carr or Hammer, you be locked in.
Way different. That's way different. That's way
different.
Did y'all get to Harry's on the Purdue chip for about 45 seconds, brother? Actually, we went twice. We stood in line before the game and then said, "Why are we standing in line?" and walked to Brothers. I don't think they're going to unlock Omer, by the way. I think I'll be honest with you. I just don't think that they played like a good team, and Omer had a great game. I also no, I don't think they're ever going to get an ISO bucket from Omer. That's also the same question JK just asked, basically. And I do think it takes them to a different level if he can get that, but I don't think you're really going to get that, to be honest with you. I do like the dribble, the going to his left, push off with the right, step back midi that he does, though. I do like that move.
Met Brian Cardinal before the last Purdue Louisville game at Mackey. That's a hilarious meetup. I'd love to see him come in and make an impact. We're going to need guys to show up in the tourney. Yeah.
I think, oh, yeah, go ahead.
That's what would be massive, is if he could become a guy who can come off the bench and give you 12 a game in the tournament. I mean, that was just an absolute ass whooping that they gave Indiana on Friday. I mean, that was just, they smoked them. And that was just, they were better. They knew they were better. They lost to them earlier in the year. You got to bounce back. That's all that was to me.
I agree with JK. I just think they got belt from Michigan. People can say what they want. That game wasn't close. I was in the building.
No, it was the final score looked closer than the game was.
Yeah, and I'll say this, man. And I don't know that this is a good or a bad thing. Maybe this is just a thing. I watched a lot of content from Purdue post Indiana game. I'll tell you who wasn't around post the Michigan game. Purdue. The only person walking around them halls post the Michigan game was Payne. So take that how you will. Maybe that meant they were locked in. Maybe it meant they weren't. I don't know. There is that little front runner. What's the word I'm looking for? Tag that they've gotten, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a sign of that. I don't know. JK got a painting now. I leave for a week.
It's been there, bro. My head just covers it up.
Your head just covers it up.
Yeah, I mean, the real curiosity is going to come in for me. Big Ten tournament. Purdue makes a little run, has to play Illinois or Michigan again, 3 weeks from now. That's when we see all right, what is, because Michigan, I think, is just better. I do think there's teams that they lost to that they certainly could beat if they played again. I just don't think Michigan is one of those teams, to be honest with you. It's just, yeah, that's also true in Citium. I don't know if they're going to care about the Big Ten tournament. That is probably true. They're going to be focused on March, but I still think they're going to make it far enough to play one of those teams, and I'm very curious to see how much of a test that is. But I think that's another good point, Connor. They will care because Braden's assist record. Yeah. Rick said Purdue versus Michigan State. Who wins? I guess it depends on what site they're at. Honestly, like, is he just giving a hypothetical and like they're on a neutral?
Yeah, a neutral. I mean, I think I like Purdue either way.
I think so too. Which is just like, I don't know, man. Michigan State's just like, even the Ohio State game yesterday, man. Like, they just couldn't close it.
Well, at Mackey, I got Michigan State then. Sorry.
It's true. Not a home team.
Yeah, I don't think that team likes playing at Mackey.
Okay. Akil, I feel you. I know you're a Michigan State guy, but like, why? Like, I understand the physicality and the defense and stuff, but like, Michigan State's offense is rough, man. Like, it's just brutal sometimes. Like, there's just stretches where like there's nothing open. They're just forcing, and it's like Jeremy Fears, ISO, figure something. Like, it's just, I don't know. I thought they were gonna like end up convincingly beating OSU, and then they gave up a run. The end of the game. Bruce Thornton was insane yesterday. I don't know. It was just interesting. I think Michigan State is good. I just don't think they can score. And like, I just don't think they can score. I think that's the problem.
Is it Thursday? They play on Thursday?
Let me check. Yes, in Mackey.
Oh wow, I don't realize.
It's going to be interesting.
I didn't realize Pickle Rick was asking us our predictions for like a real game.
Yeah, see, he phrased that like a hypothetical. I'm not tripping, right? Purdue versus MSU, who wins? I thought he was saying like, if they played Purdue versus Michigan State.
I definitely thought that was like, in my head they had already played.
Yeah,
something like that.
I guess my thing was, I would imagine Michigan State's probably, or not Michigan State. I guess I could have said it that way too. Purdue's probably 4.5 point favorites at home.
Let's see what KenPom says.
Just because usually home court.
Oh, that's a really good call, JK.
Is that really right?
The Vegas lines aren't out.
Yeah,
KenPom has it 74-69 Purdue.
Okay, that's because usually home court's like 2 or 3 points, and then it makes sense to me that Purdue would be like 1.5 or 2.5. I mean, it's gonna be really interesting.
I want JFJ like guarding Braden for 40 minutes. Food.
Oh man, that is going to be a fun matchup. Also, we briefly hit Michigan Duke. I don't really know like what else there is to say unless we want to talk about like the weird Yaxel post game stuff. But also, if you haven't, which we're still going to talk about it, if you haven't, Michigan and Duke was posted last night. 1.5 hours long. Y'all need to go tap into that because it's literally J-Man and Greg, Duke versus Michigan. Greg is in a Duke jersey. It is a special 1.5 hours long recap. It's great.
Let's just rock with what the chat's asking us for a little bit, Jigga.
Let's get it.
Who gets last 1 seed? Houston, Iowa State, or UConn? I think it's between Iowa State or UConn. That feels crazy. They just lost.
It's hard.
I think it's Houston, right?
See, yeah, the thing about the Big 12 is there's so many big games, like, and I understand they lost to Arizona and everything, but like, and I understand they lost to Iowa State. I guess I would have to let me look up the remaining schedules. That's like a big. So they've got Kansas tonight at Fog. That's going to be interesting. Then they got Colorado, Baylor, OK State. And then Iowa State has – I feel like the loss to BYU with just Dybantsa probably hurts Iowa State a little bit. And they have to play Utah. Oh, they still have to play Arizona again. If Iowa State beats Arizona the next time they play, I do think they will be the last 1 seed. If they don't, I think it's got to be Houston. If they give UConn the ones, like, respectfully, they're playing like 6-point games with Big East teams every night. I still think they're going to figure it out in March because I just can't doubt Hurley. But they just don't deserve a 1 seed right now. Like, they just don't.
Yeah, they don't deserve a 1 seed. I couldn't agree more. I also don't. I mean, it's AJ. I don't want to disrespect AJ, but
yeah,
I don't know. I will say this. I want to get into it. I'm sure we'll get into it throughout the week. I think BYU might be better without Richie because you kind of just add another defender to the lineup, and you don't really lose the scoring because you have AJ and Rob who can just make up for the 16 points that Richie would have got anyway. So maybe Iowa State doesn't deserve to be looked at differently from that game. But I don't know how you aren't losing a game to a Richie-less BYU.
I honestly see, like, they have more defined roles on offense now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's only 2 guys, and then they just have a bunch of animals out there running around. Like, and I mean, the only thing that worried me about that game is that AJ had to play all 40 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's down, though.
Hey, shout out AJ for being an absolute PR genius and taking, like, the I'm the antithesis of Darren Peterson approach. Elite move by him in the presser. Yeah, that was
that time. I didn't hear anything you said.
That was a tough call session. I said shout out AJ for the god tier PR move of taking the I'm the antithesis of Darren Peterson approach. That was special.
Yeah, the rookie class is so weird to me. We're like pretending Darren Peterson doesn't want to play basketball.
Yeah, like the film, Vicini had an elite breakdown of the lift. Oh my God, dude. It's like that video alone made me be like, nah, dude, his hamstring is actually like
cooked.
It's cooked. Like he needs to honestly not play again.
We're pretending he doesn't want to play basketball, and then we're like praising guys for just playing basketball, like doing their job.
No, I'm telling you, Rick, like I feel that, but just go to Vicini's Twitter and watch the video, watch the lift on his jump shot. Like he ain't got it no more. So either this man is the greatest like actor faking things of all time, or he's actually cooked. And I'm gonna go with the latter there.
What happened to Kingston Iverson? Had a bad game. Braden had 0 points in the first half against Michigan. It happens.
Yeah, it does indeed.
Whoever wins the point guard matchup wins. Is that Braden versus Fears?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I don't know who wins that matchup, to be honest with you. Because neither is going to guard each other, right?
Can't, right? I mean, well, you imagine probably CJ or Jakari is mostly guarding Fears, right?
For sure. I think that's a given. It's a matter of what Michigan State does.
I honestly think there's a world where maybe like Cohen guards Braden.
I don't hate that. Jordan Scott's a pretty good defender too. What's interesting is because what Purdue does well is they hide Braden on defense. Where do you hide him? Because Jordan Scott gets to his midi well and rises up, and he's a lot taller than Braden. I really don't think you want Braden guarding Cohen. Granted, you don't really have to guard Cohen, but like I don't think that's what you want either. That's such a bizarre like matchup. You know, like now that I played out, like Michigan State does have like some matchup like issues for Purdue a little bit.
The front court's going to be interesting because
Purdue should dominate.
I think I think Purdue's going to like Clough might absolutely eat in this game.
Carson Cooper did Akil Ulubag or whoever is it here from Michigan State. How much did Cooper hit Ohio State for? Was it like 22?
I'm pretty sure he had like 18 and 8 with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, I know he had some free throws to get to 20. Did he have another bucket after that?
It's a good. Let's check. About a 20
for
Akil. That was a special game.
Yeah, Coop played crazy. Kohler just immediately getting fouls was insane. Just immediately.
Yeah. Walked on the court with him. Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know. I think, all right, Illinois just a bump in the road. This is a fun one to talk about. Jay Frosty wants to know, was it just a bump in the road? Where are you at on Illinois now? Because what scares me about that game is I know Brad went to the presser and said it's my fault that Dent got the layup and he was taking blame and everything. But dude, UCLA was about on the brink of blowing up. Mick Cronin was going crazy. The Michigan State game pushed him over the edge. And then you go lose to them. And they kind of they were pretty much dead the last 2 or 3 games. I don't know, man. That one scared me for Illinois a little bit. I got to be honest. I love their roster still, and I think when they are clicking and playing their best, they are one of the best teams in the country. I think what scares me, though, is that they are very prone to nights like the UCLA game.
I don't know how much I love Illinois.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
they're weird.
I love Illinois, the theatrics. I don't know how good I think the Big Ten is. I think that's my takeaway, right? I don't know how good I think the Big Ten is. I mean, we talk about the Big Ten in the same light as the Big 12. Outside of Michigan, I think there's I think it's Michigan. If you combine the two conferences, Michigan 2 or 3 teams before I take Illinois, and then I take Illinois, and then there's a run of Big 12 teams before I touch Purdue or Michigan State.
That's the problem. That's you can't honestly argue to me that Arizona, Houston, and Iowa State wouldn't all 3 probably be the second best team in the Big Ten.
I think that all 3 are. I think BYU probably isn't far behind Illinois. I do think they are behind Illinois, but I think they're right behind Illinois. Who else is in the Big 12? Kansas. Texas Tech. I mean, I know they have injuries now, but
yeah,
a healthy Texas Tech, a healthy Kansas, not even a healthy Kansas, whatever you're getting out of Darren Peterson. Kansas.
And then, I mean, you even look at some of the games that TCU's won this year. They beat Florida. They lost to Michigan by 3 or something like that. I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting conference to conference. I know Purdue beat Tech by 30, but that was also one, in a ballroom, weird. It was just.
It was weird.
And I'm not even I think Purdue could still beat Texas Tech. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just, Texas Tech is the 5th or 6th best team in the Big 12, and they'd be 3rd or 4th best in the Big 10.
I mean, I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out, right? If Michigan State is the 4th best team in the conference, I feel a lot worse about the Big Ten than if Purdue is. Put it like that.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
I really don't think Michigan State's that good. I mean,
I don't either. I think the Big Ten, I do like the Big Ten's top 3.
Sure.
I'll say that. But I feel once we get past that, I mean, how good is, are you, I'm not really a huge, I'm not like a big Nebraska guy. I'm not like they're good, but I don't think they're great. I think they've lost and kind of shown like that. I don't know. It's just very. We just don't really know. Like, I think they play so differently too. I think the Big 12 has a lot more like. I think the Big 10 is a lot more prone to like physical, uglier games, whereas the Big 12 is more prone to like shootouts.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that factors into it.
Yeah, it might be a style of play thing. Maybe it's just more aesthetically pleasing to watch the Big 12.
That could very well be the case. That's my problem. I don't think the Big 12 is necessarily better because I think the top 3 in the Big 10 suck. I just don't really like. I'm just not a huge Michigan State guy.
Andy's right. Good thing we have to actually play the games.
Yeah, and I'm very excited to play. I will be very. All right, so let's say Sweet 16, we get to the second weekend.
Yeah.
What's your prediction for how much of the field will be Big 12 and Big 10?
Should we go based off the bracket that was released?
Yeah, we can go based off the bracket.
Let me see if I can find it. Michigan earns number 1 overall seed. Let me see.
Let's see I need the freaking. Who posted it? I think I can find it.
I mean, I think I found CBS Sports', but it only shows the top 4 seeds. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Big 10 schools and 1, 2, 3, 4 Big 12. 5.
Okay.
5 Big 10. 5 and 5. I don't think that's the case because when I'm looking at it, for what it's worth, I don't think Tech gets there because of no top-in. I don't think Nebraska gets there. I think one of Purdue, Michigan State lose the first weekend. And I think Kansas kind of depends on if Buddy actually plays basketball.
Yeah. I'm trying to. All right. I got the mock committee bracket.
Let me take a look.
Up. Which is. I mean, so like the way this would pan out here would actually end up. Yeah, see, this would be interesting if it did pan out like this because these matchups are intriguing because they have Purdue, Michigan State, BYU, and Arizona all in the same region.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
Zona for sure gets to it in that one.
And then the other one is Houston, Illinois, Florida. Texas Tech is a 6. Wisconsin is an 8. USC is a 10.
Jimmy just said Purdue is playing like the best team in the nation since February 4th. They just got dealt like less than a week ago by Michigan. Dog, what? Respectfully.
Interesting hill to die on. I think Florida is like insanely scary. I can't lie. I would not want to play Florida at all. Their front court is ridiculous. Does Houston lose at Kansas tonight? See, it's very tough because what do I think is more likely? Kansas is about to lose their second straight game at home, which seems insane, or Houston's about to lose their third game in a row, which also seems insane. I don't know. I would lean Houston, but man, it's so hard for me to imagine Kansas losing 2 games in a row at Fog Allen. It just doesn't seem like possible.
One of the best.
I don't know. I would say Houston though. I'd lean Houston. I would take Purdue in a rematch with Michigan and Illinois.
It's crazy. Maybe Illinois, but that's to be I don't know. Maybe not Illinois, because like if you're just gonna let Keaton get matched up with Clough every time.
Yeah, because like my thing is, I do think if they played Illinois again, they could beat them. I do not think they would beat Michigan if they played Michigan again.
No,
I just think it's a matchup problem.
No, they're never. I don't. I think they could play Michigan 10 times. I think they lose every single time. I think, to be honest with you, I think they lost to Michigan, and Michigan didn't play good.
Like, I don't know. Big Cohen game if Fletch guards Cohen.
Purdue's winning that game. Purdue's winning that game. If that's where Michigan State's going with the rock, Purdue hasn't won.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Purdue's going to win that game regardless. To be honest, I'm just not a Michigan State guy. I'm sorry, Keel. I'm just not. Just not. Maybe they can prove me wrong though.
Bro, it's crazy. We make 1-3 and they make a normal recession when we win that game. Sure. Yaxel also like took the night off though. So I mean, I think that's the thing about Michigan is there's a lot of different ways they can beat you. I think they chose to beat you in a different manner than they could have. But I think there's a lot of areas in which Michigan kind of took the game off too.
Oh, I know, Akil. You're not a Celtics guy either, JK. I get it. I get it. No one's a Celtics guy, really. Braden took the first half off. I mean, fair, but did he? I think that's more the matchup.
Yeah, did he take the first half off, or was he in Alcatraz?
Yeah, I mean, so I will agree with that. You know, it is not impossible. Like Michigan is not unbeatable. We clearly just saw that. Like, yes, there is a world in which Purdue could win. I'm just saying, like, from a percentage standpoint, it's not a very high one.
No.
Like, I think 9 out of 10 is a good number. I think it's about a 10% chance. And that 10% chance is like generational individual games. That's my thing about it, bro. Like, TKR played one of the best games of his career. And it wasn't really close. Like,
yeah. That TKR performance was a little like different in the building. I have to be honest with you.
It wasn't as good.
He missed a lot.
Yeah, I could see that. Rick said Michigan State loses to Minnesota 20 out of 20 times.
Like he had a lot of misses in that game, bro.
Jeffrey, my Illini take down Michigan on Friday. I was at the UCLA game and there was no excuse to lose. Repping my Illini as a 29-year LA resident, the support was impressive. 15-0 run dictated that game. Part of that 15-0 was a weird technical. Weird technical, yes. However, the other part of that was that every time Michigan missed a shot, they got their own rebound, kicked it out for a 3, and hit daggers.
Wait, where was the weird technical comment? I missed it.
15-0
run. Part of that 15-0 was okay.
Don't get me wrong. That call was wrong 100%. That shouldn't have been. I didn't like it. But I still just think, like, you can't let that swing the game when you're at home. That's the thing. Like, if you're on the road and that happens, yes, it's a freaking momentum killer. It's going to lead to a run. But, like, when you're at home, you just can't let that one call get a lead to a run like that. I mean, I don't know. My boy Tamaz, late. But, yes, we both think Purdue's going to win against Michigan State. I'm going to give a score prediction of 76 to 68. That's my prediction.
81. 72.
Weeks later, what is that? We only do this with Purdue where when they lose a big game, the only reason we're talking about it weeks later is because the chat is mostly Purdue. So it just brings up Purdue things.
Yeah, you guys talk about it.
Same shit with Ohio State lost until they lost to Illinois. Then it was them, and now it's Michigan. I mean,
you guys are the ones talking about it.
He said, I said we. That's true. Yeah, I mean, hashtag morning after Purdue show. Love that. Who wins on a neutral court tomorrow, Louisville or Purdue?
Louisville.
That's a tough one. The guard play would be insane.
Louisville. I don't think that. Yeah, Louisville.
I think I'll give an assessment after. I'll give an assessment after tonight because if they don't smoke the Caleb Wilson-less UNC Tar Heels, then Purdue by 50.
Indiana just hired somebody named Ryan Carr as its executive director of basketball.
I peeped. Just got the Tipton notey.
How many days a week do you do laundry? Ulamog said, like 2 or 3.
Big laundry guy.
Got to keep things clean, bro.
Yep. Are you like do you have set days or do you just do it as the?
Definitely on Monday. Definitely on Monday. Probably like a Monday, Thursday, Saturday, probably, if I had to guess.
Clothes always on Monday or Tuesday. Towels always on Wednesday or Thursday for me.
Yeah, some of it's towels, some of it's clothes. Some of it's like, I didn't know I needed that for work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some days where it's like they want me wearing a polo I didn't know I needed to wear. So, like, let me quickly get this ready.
Oh, God. Principia's here. He has arrived. What's the season grade so far for Iowa? Felt like I think Iowa stinks. And they just got absolutely – who was it? Did they lose to Wisconsin this week? Yeah, I think it was yesterday they lost to Wisconsin. Akil said, y'all air dry your clothes.
Depends on what it is. I haven't worn my Braden Smith jersey yet because I'm air drying it.
Yeah, if it's you got to air dry jersey or the numbers will get absolutely – the embroideries and the stitching will get cooked.
For sure.
What'd you get at Harry's?
Nothing. We left.
We were there for a minute. Let's see. Oh, God, the Rick and Principia. Where is Carter? LOL. Carter is actually back now, so we're gonna get some peak Greg and Cart content today. It's an absolutely loaded day, I must say.
Deion, JK, Louisville, Purdue on a neutral tomorrow. Who wins? We already answered that. I got Louisville. I think Michael's too much.
Michael is an absolute demon.
Yeah, I think Michael's too much. I got to be honest.
Also, I would love. I wish I knew who it was. It'd be absolutely hilarious. But we have someone on the YouTube channel who is, I guess, doing a bit right now where whenever we post a video, it just immediately, before anyone could even watch it, they just immediately start it with 2 dislikes. It's a bit that someone's doing right now. And it's hilarious. Like, I posted Virginia-Miami recap last night, and it just immediately started with 2 dislikes. And I was like, oh my God, this person hasn't even watched it yet. And then I noticed it's happened on a lot of the non-Big Ten videos. So I think there's like a bit where like a Big Ten fan is just disliking everything non-Big Ten that we're doing.
Michael's just nasty, guys. Michael's just nasty. Like Akil said, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, Purdue's the better coach team. You know, Braden's the best player in the country, but I think you're just prone to like a Michael 40 bomb. Like, what's stopping Michael from doing what Keaton did? Now, Illinois has way better bigs, so I don't know what Louisville does with Purdue's bigs if they play on the neutral. But I don't know. Why didn't we just keep Heidi? That would have helped. Connor says I'm super down on the Boilers. I'm not. I just think, I don't know, matchup based. Yeah, I am. Depending on the matchup for sure.
Yeah. Heidi chose to leave. They would have loved to keep him. That's probably true.
Oh my bad.
Which is crazy to look back at because his role at Texas like hasn't even really been that much bigger. He must have got the bag.
I mean, yeah, probably. What would his role have been on this team? He starts, right?
I think he starts and plays like maybe 25 minutes a game or something. I would imagine. He probably would have played the same amount of minutes. I mean, he probably wouldn't have started. I wouldn't imagine, but I don't know, man. Which one do you think would have been better on this team, Heidi or Colvin?
Hawkins? Oh, you said Colvin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I didn't know that was an option.
That would be hilarious.
I think Colvin because of defense.
Like if they could have kept him from going to Wake.
Yeah, I think Colvin because of defense. I don't think Benter's better than Heidi, though, by the way.
Let's see. Heidi is playing 23 minutes a game, and he is shooting 49.4% from three.
Whoa.
I don't know how many attempts per, but he is not missing from three this year.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Draymond Green is next MSU coach. Good luck, man. I don't know.
I want Draymond Green to coach just because, like, he would set some sort of record for technical fouls by a coach.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'd be a hell of a recruiter. You're telling me Draymond Green, Mark Pope, Hubert Davis all offer you a scholarship. You're not choosing Draymond Green immediately. What he does once the talent gets to campus, I have no idea. No idea.
I mean, I don't really know if there's anyone you put in a room with Draymond and let them talk to recruits.
Shire.
Maybe. But I just feel like these kids are going to look and be like, I don't know, man, Draymond, like he's got 4 rings. Like he'd be like, hey, I don't know, man. That'd be interesting.
It would be interesting. We've never seen a player turn coach that quickly of a college team, I feel like, with the level of success that Draymond had in the league.
Exactly. Because, all right, for example, Draymond will pull a Juwan Howard. Juwan wasn't near as successful in the league.
I think he meant the fight.
Yeah, no, that's probably true.
Yeah.
That's a good call by Jay Frosty, man.
Yeah, I think he meant the fight.
Draymond's going to be coaching. See, here's the difference. If Draymond was coaching this team, he'd be like pulling Fears to the side and like telling him he needs to like do more.
No, I don't think so. I think the difference between Fears and Draymond, you can isolate every Draymond incident. It's normally in response.
No, here we go. We go.
It's normally in response.
This is such a Warriors fan take, and I respect it. But like Draymond is objectively an absolute nut job.
He is. I'm not saying he isn't. But I'm saying like I think he would hone in the nut job that is Fears too.
That's probably true.
Fears is an offensive, aggressive nut job at the moment. Draymond is a nut job lunatic, but it's like I said, it's normally in response though.
Here's the other thing. Draymond's biggest problem isn't even Draymond. It's the fact that he like has a head coach who enables everything that he does.
Well, again, it's by design. Like Rudy Gobert's trying to put his hands on Clay and Steph. Go choke him out. Dude. What are we talking about?
Yeah, see, that's just crazy though. You can't choke him out. You can break it up, but you can't choke him out.
Nah, you can choke him out.
Yeah,
he get suspended for a game. The point of it is don't touch the guys that matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the enforcer role. I understand it. It's just funny that he plays that role, and then Warriors, like the franchise and the fans, will be like, bro, he didn't do anything wrong. He still did something wrong.
well, he's playing the enforcer role. That's why he didn't do anything wrong, because he's playing a role. What he would tell Fears is, you aren't the one to play this role. Like, he does that stuff so Steph doesn't have to, right? That's what allows us to win. Like, I actually think he would hone in Fears, because it'd be like, bro, like, what are you're the one that makes this engine up. Cohen, you go stomp somebody out.
No, it would 100% be like Cam Ward. He'd be like,
Right.
I need you to be that guy.
Yeah. Carson Cooper, like, we don't really need you the next game. So feel free. Like, when Fears gets upset, feel free to do something.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that to me is the difference.
Is Sleepers going to do any live streaming for March Madness? So there's a lot of like plans and moving parts currently happening behind closed doors. I know that Dion and I from the jump have discussed the possibility of doing like morning after watch parties and stuff for the days. It's going to be interesting because Greg and Cart are going to be gone for the first week. That kind of throws a wrench in it.
So honestly, not to cut you off, JK, and I'm sorry, I'll let you keep going, but I have to remove myself from the promise I made about that because of something else we're doing in a few weeks that isn't announced.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's just too much travel I'm doing at the moment to take. I mean, maybe if we wanted to do like a Saturday, Sunday live stream, maybe, but I can't do Thursday, Friday because there's just no way I can take days off from work in between all the other days off from work I'm taking for travel.
However, I do want to encourage everyone. There will be announcements made. Let's just say the reason that we wouldn't do a live stream would mean that there are other live things that will be happening.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah. Maybe Saturday of the first weekend. What is the first weekend?
Actually? The first weekend is the 20. So it's the week after our unannounced stuff. So
it's like the 21st
or something like that.
Yeah. Well, then never mind. I got to work that day.
Now what we could do,
maybe Sunday.
What we could do is either so Greg and Cart won't be here. I mean, the only other thing we could possibly do would be like, now chat, you guys can be completely honest here if you wouldn't want to do this, because I know that like it's Dion's show and everything. We could see the availability of like the Rileys and the Subies and the Matts of the world and see if they want to do something. If the chat would like that. Honestly, y'all just let us know. We want to make y'all happy.
Honestly, JK, if you can put together a live stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday, one of the days, I'm not saying you have to do it all 3 days, but like if you put together some sort of live stream for that first weekend, obviously I can't be on it, but I will pop in.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing. I could probably do just a full on like watch party thing, be by myself, have people come in, whatever. Just as long as y'all know that you're going to hear my mouse and my keyboard, because the way our March flow works is when games are over, we on to the next. Like, it's
honestly, if you did, let's say you put it together for the Thursday, you might not have that much flow coming in until later at night.
Yeah, Thursday would probably be, plus that's the first day. So it'd be like, so that's something we could actually, let me just like double, and they're not going to care, but let me just double check, confirm with Cart and Greg, since they'll be gone and I'll be like running things behind closed doors. I don't think they'll care.
I don't think they will either.
But the plan would be, for me to do that. I'll then gauge the chat. Hopefully we can honestly just get like a huge Sleepers contingent in here. Like we can roll Subi in here. We can roll Matt in here. We can get, I would imagine Hammer's probably going to be on site somewhere, so he probably won't be able to come in.
I will, I'll pop in and out while I'm at work.
Dion will pop in.
If I got 30, 45 minutes, it just might be me. Remember when I shot you the text when we were in Indy, like, yo, can I hop on? It might be like me shooting you a text, yo, I got 30 minutes. Can I hop on?
Yep. So yeah, I mean that sounds like a good plan to me. I like that. But I'm telling y'all, stay aware because there is some big announcements coming from the sleepers side of things in the next few weeks.
Okay, relax. Relax. Dion, you troll whether you show up or not. What does that mean? Oh, like when I'm in the comments? I like to have fun.
Rick, I have actually not gotten that recap yet. I haven't gotten any recap from them, which tells me that the Illinois UCLA recap is
super long. Well, it's only been about an hour 20.
That's true. Also, shout out to us. This is the longest morning after episode ever.
Yeah, I do got to run though. I have my yearly review in like an hour.
Love that. Everyone, I appreciate you guys for being here. It's a loaded day on the channels. Tons of Purdue videos, Michigan videos, all types of stuff coming up. Yeah, we got a bunch of announcements that'll be coming out soon. I'm pretty sure tomorrow's Dion and Riley Day, unless Dion is dead from the flu. Hopefully he gets better.
I'll be there.
And yeah, everyone have a wonderful week. Stay safe. Enjoy work. Tap in, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys throughout the week.